Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and this is episode 743. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be doing a subject all around your relationship to money. So, what makes this really exciting is because the previous episode, I was talking about an abundant and meaningful life. So I thought we'd follow on with that path, going more specifically on money based on a request that I had via email. And the way that we're going to do it is in almost 3 parts into 2 episodes. So today's episode is going to be some of the conscious awakening that we need to be able to change our association, guiding you then into, say, a 10-15 minute process. So make sure you're not operating any form of machinery when we get to that place. It's a good time for you just to relax and close your eyes so we can really understand our relationship to money and even change it. And then on the next episode, which will be broadcasted live on Wednesday, for those who don't know, this is being broadcasted on youtube.com/Joseph Clough. On the next episode, we will be doing an actual hypnosis session around it. So it makes it like really good. We're going to get the conscious awareness. We're going to then do a bit of a conscious unconscious process. And then to finish it all off in the next episode, we're going to be doing a hypnosis session about changing your association. Now, why am I calling it like association? Because everything that we do and experience is an association. You have an association to certain movies that you like or dislike. You have associations to certain foods. You have associations to people, politics, economy. Literally anything, you will have some kind of association, and the more meaningful it is, the deeper the association will be, whether that be negatively or whether that be positively. We want to just make sure that we increase the positive associations and decrease or let go of those negative associations, and in this case, about money. Now, why we want to get into the conscious side is because that's where transformation happens as well. It's not all about just doing the deep unconscious work. Even in my main program, there are so many conscious epiphanies that are needed for the unconscious mind to make the change. It is a do-with process when it comes to your conscious and your unconscious mind. So, we now know that if we change our association, or if you don't know, you can now know, if you change your association from money being scarcity, from money being abundant and coming and flowing your way, then of course you're going to act and react differently. You're going to see more opportunities. You may even be driven and motivated. And when it came to the request of this episode, and like I said, it was just timed really well, there was a kind of an idea of like, how can I make it easily and effortlessly? Now, that's one of the tricky things about money and abundance, because it may come more effortlessly and it may feel easier, but there still has to be work to be done, right? You can't just expect money just to come to you if you're not doing anything. Can it happen? Absolutely. But I'd like to be in control of my future, in control of my abundance, by engaging myself and making sure that I do the real work. Like how I got into my position, I'm not saying like I am crazy wealthy, like I'm not a billionaire or anything like that, but I do live an abundant life. I mean, and I reinvest that into my business to be able to hopefully support everyone for free in many different ways. So I do know about abundance, and I've had to train my mind up because there were times when I did not have it, and I did feel scarcity. So I want you, no matter where you are, to be able to change your association. Remember, your brain is coded in a certain way when it comes to money. So consider right now, what is your association to money? What is your relationship with money? Does it come and go very quickly? As quickly as it came, it just kind of disappears? Do we have negative associations to money? Scarcity, fear, doubt, worry? Is it a burden when we think about money? These are the things we need to be consciously aware in order to change the association. Because if your relationship is bad, then you are going to be focusing on more of the same. You'll be living that story around money, and that's not going to be the most positive idea that we want for you. But like I said, there is a level of doing. I sometimes think about it, and I've said this once before, or at least once before, but it's almost like there's an axis going one way and one going up, like from left all the way, one corner to the other side, and then all the way up, an axis, like a graph, right? So on the one is the thoughts that we have, going all the way from and I'm trying to do this in an audio way so those on the podcast can understand what I'm trying to say. But if you could imagine a line going all the way to one side, and that's going to be rating out of 10. And then a line going all the way up, like an L ultimately, and that's going to be another line. Now, if you did that to 10 and then to 10, I want you to think of the one axis, or axi, however you'd say it, as being the thoughts that you have, your thinking, your belief systems. Like, you want to make sure, ideally, that you've got a 10 out of 10 thinking when it comes to your life, and in this case, about money, because that's what we're talking about today. So you want to have those positive thoughts, positive feelings, and associations. You want that manifestation, that tuned in, tapped in, and deeply aligned with that desire for more abundance. But then on the other axis, you've got the things that you do, the behaviors, the actions that you take. You can have a 10 out of 10 when it comes to money, thinking positively, but if it's a 0 when it comes to your actions, then we're just wishful thinking. And I always say this one: assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and act upon it with conviction, by Neville Goddard. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the thinking and the feeling, but then act upon it with conviction, the doing. So you want to ideally, most of the time if you can, have a 10 out of 10 of your actions and a 10 out of 10 when it comes to your feelings. But I also know we are human. We have life, there'll be ups and downs, but we can train our mind to be able to change the association. So once again, the reason why I say that is there has to be an action. It can't just come to you all the time. And some of those times when it does come to you, it's not always for the best of news. Like people passing on and leaving you money, or like your job, something happening to, and you have a severance pay. You got the money, but it's not how you would like to receive that money. So it is important to get clear that you are in control of the things you do and in control of your associations. So that's what I really wanted to get across when it comes to the conscious mind. But to go a little bit deeper before we go into a mini process, I want you to have a reason why for money. You see, the reason why is the driving force, and it's going to be the leverage to your unconscious mind. Because I always like to say in my mind as well that you don't want money. And you usually go, well, you're crazy, Joseph. I do want money. But if you know me, I then follow it up with, you don't want money, you want what money will give you. Whether that be the freedom, the security, the things, the college, the helping and supporting a charity, to fund businesses, to be able to pay employees, to go on vacations, to have the nice things. Like, that's what you really want. And when we just think about it in that very vague way of, Joseph, I want money, or even if you put a number to it, I want $500,000 every single year, I want $10,000 every single month, £10,000 every month, whatever it is for you, it's pretty arbitrary. It's pretty vague. It's just like a number. How much energy is around a number? Not much, in my opinion. But if you start to focus on why you want that number, what it will give you, how it would change your life, how it would change your experience, then you start to feel that bit motivated. So right in front of me right now, as I'm recording this, I do have a vision board, and ultimately this vision board is more about business and impact, because that's what I look at. This, when I'm looking at you, it's in my peripheral vision. And there are the things, there are the stats that I want, as in other words, the impact I want to make in the world. There are some things there, where it be, for example, like all the green juices, like sauna, like for health reasons, all of those things, they're in my peripheral vision. And I'm going, yeah, that's why I want that number. That's why I want to hit that monthly target within my business. So it kind of gives you more evidence and reason beyond the number. So as you think about your associationship with money, your relationship with money, also get clear as to why you want to change your circumstance, because that gives you the energy, the drive, and the momentum to do so. If you're thinking of a number, and as I said, it hasn't got much energy to it, well, that's going to be the same case for your unconscious mind. It sees a number, but it doesn't see any impact. It doesn't see any consequence of why I should change the relationship with money. So just have that in your mind. And then also, another level of the conscious side of things is just recognize maybe how you came to the conclusion of the relationship with money. Did you get it from your family growing up? Maybe, right? Like if you were surrounded in a family which had to battle all the time, or that maybe a parent says, we can't have that, we can't be like those over the road, money doesn't grow on trees, money is the root of all evil, then you may have been programmed from a very young age to have that belief too. Even if you don't believe it logically, your unconscious mind may be running old programs. You may have seen people have money, then lose it, and then see the depression that it caused. So unconsciously, you're like, I don't want that success in case I might fail and it might just go all wrong. You may even have some weird illusions that if you make more money, you got to pay more tax. And I say weird because it is a little bit weird, because ultimately, yeah, you pay more tax, but you're earning more money, and the percentage, of course, depends where you are in the world. But it's at certain levels. After a certain benchmark, you pay, more percentage, but anything over that level. But in our mind, we may have been trained or programmed to think, actually, if I make more money, I'm going to lose it. Once again, it's an illusion. And I want us to break free of those illusions, whether they were passed down to us or whether we decided upon them. Maybe you're in a job, you're paying really well, and then you got sacked, and then you felt that level of scarcity around money. Like, there's so many different conditions and conditioning that can really change our association. So just be aware of that consciously. Where did that belief come from when it comes to your association around money? Where did that scarcity happen? Was it created just like a year ago? Does it go all the way back from when we were younger? Whatever it is, it's time for you to give up that association. It's time to give up that kind of being held down and held back from the abundance which is everywhere around you. Because I promise you this, even if it sounds like your family growing up, there are other examples who had the exact same kind of family upbringing, but then did something differently. If you look at a lot of athletes in the world, they usually came from very negative backgrounds, and it caused this fight to be able to change their association. So the reason why I say that is that no matter where you've been, what you've gone through, it doesn't have to define you, right? Where you've been, what you've gone through, does not have to define you and your future. And we can span that out to confidence, to relationships, to our health, to our career, and of course, specifically our money in the context of this episode. So with that, I would love to be able to do a nice little guided process with you to be able to change your association. Once again, make sure that you are not driving, operating any machinery, and ideally it's nice to have earphones on because it just makes the experience that bit better. So with that, make sure you're in a nice place. I'll give you just a few seconds to be able to do that, and then we'll get straight into it. Okay, let's get some nice music in a wonderful way, a meaningful way. in just a moment. Okay. So go ahead and get yourself in that nice, comfortable position. There we go. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Now, although we're not doing hypnosis, it is a time to connect with your unconscious mind and how you associate to money. So just relax and enjoy the experience. Now, if you were to welcome, imagine, and experience, maybe in sounds, feelings, thoughts, just consider how you associate with money. How do you symbolically represent it? How does it look? Just welcome money in your mind. Notice your association to money. When you think of money, how do you feel? Is there fear, scarcity, doubt, or lack? Just notice how money feels for you. Maybe consider those beliefs, where they came from. Are they even yours? Notice your association with money. How is your relationship with money? Does it come and just quickly go? Or does it not turn up much at all? Whatever it is, notice the thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and your associations to money. Because it's the first step of just acknowledging that maybe our relationship to money is not as healthy as we would desire. And if it were to be healthy, it will transform many things. Now this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I want you to imagine in your mind, floating outside of that you, for you are looking at money. Just float outside of that you, as if you're floating toward your association and representation to money. Look through the eyes of money, as if money is looking back at you, that you embody money. You represent every thought that you had about money, as you are now within money. Looking back at that you over there, how does money feel? Does money feel treated very well by you? Does money feel appreciated? Does money have doubts and worries? Just notice how money feels looking back at you. Does it feel treated well? Is it appreciated from you? Because it's important to know how money feels. Look through the eyes of money and notice what it would feel, how it thinks the relationship with you is going. How does it feel looking through the eyes of money? And as you do that, ask yourself, if this is how money feels toward me, what do I need to learn? What do I need to grow? What insights do I need so money feels good? So money feels maybe appreciated. Just learn looking through the eyes of money. Learn what is needed to be learned. As you receive that feedback from money. But that's when it gets more interesting. I want you to imagine floating outside of money, but going higher up, as if you begin to observe you and money, but go higher up, seeing the big picture. Go so high up to that higher place where you can see everything. Notice from this place, looking through the eyes of maybe your personal truth, look through the eyes of the everything. From this place, looking from the place of everything, where everything just is, everything is connected. See the bigger picture and ask yourself, looking through this higher truth, where everything is interwoven, interconnected, energetic, how do you see money from here? Looking through the eyes of everything, how does it see you in the most beautiful, wonderful way? What is the experience from the everything? What learnings do you get? Is there a higher level of learning and truth? As you look at money, you, and everything. That's it. What can you learn from this place? Beyond old beliefs, beyond old associations, beyond old stories, beyond old decisions around money. From this place of everything, what can you learn that once learned changes everything? Preserve those learnings unconsciously That's it. And then when you're ready, from this place of everything, take those learnings, insights, observations, and go all the way with them, absorbing those learnings, and then look through money again. Look through the eyes of money with the deeper insights of the higher truth. How does it change? How does it feel different as you look through the eyes of money looking at you? And of course, taking the learnings of how money felt, those learnings, notice what money wants from you too. Notice money has needs from you. Take those learnings with the learnings of the everything, the learnings from money, then step outside of money and float all the way back, looking through the own eyes. And as you look through your own eyes back to money, having gone and looked through the eyes of money, having looked through the eyes of the higher, the whole truth of everything, what can you learn? What new associations can you create? What new decisions will you make? How will you treat money moving forward? That's it. For now you know how money felt. Now you know the bigger picture. And having learned, maybe you can start afresh, a whole new story, a whole new relationship, a whole new association of money in the most beautiful way. And then when you are ready, you can breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And then you can just begin to open your eyes all the way back to now. There we go. Welcome back from that experience. I'm curious to know, how did money feel? Did it feel appreciated? It's a weird thing, right? To look through the eyes of money and notice your relationship with how it sees you in your mind. Very, very interesting, and I wonder what kind of insights or learnings you got from that and how you can maybe treat money differently. And on top of that, looking through the eyes of the everything, your personal truth, the universe, God, whatever it is for you, I wonder how it changed your association and the meanings that it meant, and how you could take those learnings from those two positions back into the now, and you can start to see a world which is that bit different. Because once you change your association, you change your association to the world around you. So that is something I hope you enjoyed in every way. Now, of course, If you ever need my particular help, my specific help, and you are driven, motivated, and yes, even financially invested, this is not a free program I run. It is world class, it is fully custom and tailored to your needs. To release the imposter syndrome, you can go to josephclough.info/talk. And that means you can book a call with us and then fill out an application. And on this one-to-one call with the team, you will go ahead and let us know exactly what you want to let go of, exactly what you want out of life, and then we'll figure out what's really stopping you achieve that. And if we can solve it, we'll let you know that our program is a perfect fit for you. If not, we'll tell you to go elsewhere at a better option. But whatever it is, go to josephclough.info/talk if you want to apply for our program. We don't accept everyone. It is custom and we only work with a small number of people. You've just got to want it so much and do whatever it takes to let go of the worry, self-doubt, and anxiety. So with that, I'll finally leave you with the app as well. freehypnosis.app, and that means you can download the app from Android or on Apple, and you can get all these episodes for free in there, well over 700. And also within the app you can create your own custom hypnosis sessions. You can transform in the day, you can toggle it over to the moon, and it will allow it to change you into a night session so you can sleep and transform. And of course, if you do enjoy my work, I'd be so appreciate if you could leave a review. You go to the App Store, you type in my name, and you then look at, you scroll down a little bit and it just says write a review. And it just takes a few minutes, but it means everything for someone who's looking online for the help that they need. And you could be the person who could go, yeah, this stuff works, I've got value from it, and that means they download it, and therefore they will hopefully make some many changes as well, especially on that free section. So with that, my friends, I look forward to speaking to you on a future episode, which will be the hypnosis session around our relationship with money. But for now, I'm going to talk to everyone else on the live stream. So with that, I will speak to you all soon. Many thanks and goodbye.